Alright, so here we are on Tuesday afternoon. It's about, well, it's a little bit after noon, and I just kind of wanted to drop by and make a recording of how the cars look less than 48 hours after the spray wars took place. Of course, now really spray wars go on every day out here. This particular car that is in the center of the composition right now, that is where a family of tourists put a really nice large piece of artwork on the car that had absolutely nothing to do with any social issues or politics or anything like that. And if you go back and look at the video that I shot this past Sunday, you will see that this car has actually changed completely. So I'm going to take a walk through here a little bit slowly, and you can compare and contrast the way the cars looked on Sunday. Now these cars actually change every day. One of these days I'll make a project of coming out here each and every day just to show how drastically they do change. Artwork, slogans, whatever. They really don't last very long out here.
That's the one who's afraid of hiking.
No. Wait. I'm gonna erase it.
You're gonna run out of paint as soon as you finish the whole thing.
The wind is a little bit kinder to the windscreen on my camera microphone today. The wind's not all that high. And don't worry, I will cover the south side or north side of the cars that were painted completely red on Sunday afternoon. And that actually started happening before the rally of Trump supporters, because I did arrive before the majority of the Trump supporters arrived. You might note there's a heck of a lot less trash around the cars as compared to Sunday. And of course all that trash that I put in the other video, or recorded in the other video, was here prior to all of the people that eventually wound up being out here that evening. Now you'll recall in the previous video that this side of the cars were painted completely in red. You can see some vestiges of that color here on the sun. Is providing some shadow there. You may not be able to pick that up very well. Now you can see all that's gone. The American flags that were painted on these cars down here, they are completely gone. And in this area is where some of the anti-Trump people blocked everything out in black paint using paint rollers. Most of that is gone now. So now you know. Basically anything you paint on these cars is not going to last for very long.
Yeah, we come down here from the Pacific Northwest. We thought we'd bring the kids out here to see Cadillac Ranch. We're going to go out to Slug Bug Ranch and just came down here, and I always tell my kids to leave it better than they found it. And so we showed up today, and I guess there's a lot less trash here than there normally is, but...
Oh, so you're not from here, and yet you saw the trash and were concerned about it. And I see you actually found a trash bag?
Yes. We found a trash bag. The guy up the street had one, and we're going to go pick up some trash and leave our mark, but come out with our cans.
All right. Well, how were you aware that the Cadillac Ranch was here? And
Oh, we just heard of it from several different people and RV families, and so I thought we'd come check it out while we're here.
all right. Did you bring any cans of paint?
We brought 2 back at Daddy's truck. We got the girls are going to leave some artwork.
All right. Well, great. And thank you for stopping by.
Thanks.
We're from California, and we're on our way to take our daughter to Ole Miss for college.
All right.
Yeah.
It's the 3rd time we stop here.
Yes.
That's a heck of a long ways from California.
Yes.
Special school with special programs that you're interested in?
Law school.
All right.
Yeah. She wanted a southern school with a big football team.
I understand.
Yes.
I have a nephew that went to Texas Tech University for his undergraduate studies, and now he's going to law school in the Denver, Colorado area.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah, she wants a big football experience. Huh.
She's going to get it, hopefully.
all right.
Hopefully they open back up. We'll be good.
Okay, well, what brings you by the Cadillac Ranch specifically?
Oh, it's a stop off. We all stop here. So
Have you stopped here before?
yeah, 3 times.
Oh, I
2
see.
times before. Yeah.
I see.
So-
Have you been disappointed that anything you have painted on the cars previously have disappeared?
No,
we,
it's-
we figured on that.
It's neat to see how it changes.
Yes, and that's one of the things I like to document, because these things change every day.
Different colors. Yeah,
It's amazing.
We did notice that they have deteriorated a little bit from last time.
Right.
Tires and all the paint and stuff.
Yes, many years ago when these cars were first put into the ground, they all had their original paint jobs.
Yeah.
and all of their radio knobs and everything else with them. So,
Yeah, it's still
but that
iconic,
was a
yeah.
couple of decades ago.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great little trip. I'm sure. I'd like to see how many people come and visit it a year. That'd be interesting to know.
It's got to be in the hundreds of thousands.
Yeah.
Basically, because there's hundreds every day,
Right.
if not, several thousand
Crazy.
here and there. Well, thank you very much for sharing your story.
Wonderful. Thank you.
On many occasions, I talk to people who are from all over the place, and they like to come out here, spray paint one thing and another. What I'm showing you now is actually paint that is put on the walkway and the hardened dirt that has been packed down. This is a clay type soil, so it will pack. And there's an awful lot of painting that goes on out here as well. If people are concerned about environmental issues, I myself am not familiar with any specific contaminants in spray paint. I can only assume that there are some. But this just goes on and on and on. Clear out that way. I'm not going to show you all of it, but I would like to show you what's just right off the side here. This is all wheat field. The wheat has already been harvested, and what you're seeing now is just the wheat stalks that are left out here. And of course the wind is going to blow some of the trash that collects around here all around. That gets put into the soil. It's broken up from time to time due to the plowing activity out here. And somebody left a calling card. Interesting. Okay. Well, all of this stuff is landing out here where food for humans is being grown. And so if you are concerned about contamination, and of course there's even paint showing up out here on these stalks, which that will go into the soil as well. When people came out deliberately, I suppose, to spray paint out here, that wouldn't have drifted in with the wind, I don't believe. But when this crop is very young, cattle will be brought in here, and they will eat the plants. The plants themselves are picking up all kinds of properties from the soil, and I can only assume that some of those man-made chemicals will find their way into that young wheat, which then goes into the bodies of the cattle, which wind up being, once again, part of the human food supply. Think about that. Alright, well, I'm going to wrap up this video alongside Interstate 40. You can probably hear the traffic going on behind me. But I just wanted to say that I saw some comments on my previous video regarding the attention I brought to the litter that was out near the cars. Well, I pretty much bring that in just about every video that I shoot out here because it is a constant problem. You can see that due to the prevailing winds, which comes from about the same direction as those cars are in, this trash just piles up and piles up out here. I have been told that there is some Boy Scouts that come out here more or less on a weekly basis to help clean it up. That's kudos to them. Thank you very much for whichever troop is responsible for that. I'll try to see if I can do a follow-up on that. There is some signage out here. There is this one, I'm not sure if you can see it properly due to the sun glare. Let's see if I can get in a bit closer. Of course, that message has been vandalized a little bit, along with many other things like the dumpster that I just showed you. But I want to walk over in this direction. I think that it would be a good idea if there was a little bit more signage out here. Just on the other side of this gate is a sign that is easily seen when you come through the gate. But I think if it had been placed on the other side of this, it might have worked a little bit better, been more in front of people's attention as they go through this gate. Several people have asked me, why is this gate built like it is? Well, there are cattle, as I had mentioned earlier, that graze the young wheat out in this field. And there's about a square mile that is fenced in here. It's almost a square mile of wheat, and they do put cattle on pasture out here. And they want to, this is private property. The owners of this property, they want to keep their cattle inside the fence. So this type of gate is designed to let people through, but the cows are unable to fit through here because they're larger cattle. These are, if there are any calves that are put out here, they're already weaned. They're going to be weighing about 400, 450 pounds, and they're not going to be able to squeeze through this style of gate. So that should answer the questions about the gate. And you know, I think this sign may have said something at one time about littering, but there is a heck of a lot of cancellation of just about any type of messaging that goes on out here. So just keep that in mind. Take care, and I will do another follow-up and see if there is any more battling in conjunction with the spray wars.